大家好，我是电工08陈玉荣。
电工08翁新盛。
电工08夏子翔。
Okay, today our topic is Does money make you mean? And the speaker's name is Paul Pitt. His credential is a social psychologist. And why is the topic important? Some of the implications of this ideology, self-interest, talks about those implications and end with what might be done. And the following is one of his experiments.
Question. We brought in more than 100 pairs of strangers into the lab, and with the flip of a coin, randomly assigned one of the two to be a rich player in a rigged game. They got 2 times as much money. When they passed go, they collected twice the salary, and they got to roll both dice instead of one, so they got to move around the board a lot more. And over the course of 15 minutes, we watched through hidden cameras what happened. And what I want to do today for the first time is show you a little bit of what we saw. You're going to have to pardon the sound quality in some cases because, again, these were hidden cameras. So we've provided subtitles.
How many 500s did you have? Just one. Are you serious? Yeah. I have 3. I know I didn't get so much.
Okay, so it was quickly apparent to players that something was up. One person clearly has a lot more money than the other person, and yet, as the game unfolded, we saw very notable differences and dramatic differences begin to emerge between the two players. The rich player started to move around the board louder, literally smacking the board with their piece as he went around. We were more likely to see signs of dominance and nonverbal signs of displays of power and celebration among the rich players. All right, we have...
You owe me $12. I'm not lying. I have so much money. I have so much money if you for everything.
I'm going to buy out this whole board.
You're going to run out of money soon. You're pretty much untouchable at this point.
Okay, this experiment shows that the richer people are more demonstrative of their material success, and they are more likely to showcase how well they are doing it.
The rich people became far less attuned to all those different features of situation, including that flip of a coin, that had randomly gotten them into the privileged position in the first place. And here's another experiment in his speech.
Studies, we bring in rich and poor members of the community into the lab and give each of them the equivalent of $10. And we told the participants that they could keep these $10 for themselves, or they could share a portion of it, if they wanted to, with a stranger who's totally anonymous. They'll never meet that stranger, and the stranger will never meet them. And we just monitor how much people give. Individuals who made $25,000, sometimes under $15,000 a year, gave 44% more of their money to this stranger than did individuals making $150,000, $200,000 a year. We've had people play games to see who's more or less likely to cheat to increase their chances of winning a prize. In one of the games, we actually rigged a computer so that die rolls over a certain score were impossible. You couldn't get above 12 in this game. And yet, the richer you were, the more likely you were to cheat in this game to earn credits toward a $50 cash prize, sometimes by 3 to 4 times as much.
It shows that wealthier people are more likely to moralize greed being good, and that pursuit of self-interest is favorable and moral. And here the following is the conclusion of his speech.
Small psychological interventions, small changes to people's values, small nudges in certain directions can restore levels of egalitarianism and empathy.
For instance, reminding people of the benefits of cooperation or the advantage of community cause rich people to be just as egalitarian as poor people. By doing so, rich men could be kind again. Okay, here's the last question. How did the presenter present the talk? He gave lots of examples and graphs so that we could easily understand what he is talking about. Our presentation is over. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
For instance,